Welcome to this video lecture. I am Dr. A. Uma Devi, Associate Professor of Mathematics, P.V. Vanya Perumal College for Women, Virudhunagar. I am going to give a short lecture on measurable sets. First of all, I let you know about what is a measure. It is a non-negative extended real valued function defined on collection of sets of real numbers. Let capital M be the collection of sets of real numbers. Let a set function M that assigns to each set E in some collection of sets of real numbers a non-negative extended real number M of E called the measure of the set E, which has the following properties. Measure of a set is defined for each set E of real numbers. For an interval I, its measure is nothing but its length. If sequence En is a sequence of disjoint sets of measurable sets, then measure of union of all these sets En is nothing but sum of the measures of the individual sets. Now, we are going to prove that every Cantor set has measure 0. First, we are going to construct the Cantor set. Then we are going to prove that that set is measurable. And finally, we are going to say that that set has measure 0. Let us construct the Cantor set as follows. Consider the closed interval 0, 1. The first step in the construction of the Cantor set is to subdivide this closed interval I into 3 intervals. The closed interval 0, 1 by 3, the open interval 1 by 3, 2 by 3, and the closed interval 2 by 3, 1. Each interval is of length 1 by 3. Now, you remove the middle open interval 1 by 3, 2 by 3 from the interval closed interval 0, 1 to obtain the closed set C1, which is the union of two disjoint closed intervals, each of length 1 by 3. Therefore, C1 is union of the closed interval 0, 1 by 3 and the closed interval 2 by 3, 1. We now repeat this open middle one-third removal on each of the two closed intervals in C1 to obtain a closed set C2, which is the union of 4 closed intervals, each of length 1 by 9. That is, C2 is the union of the closed intervals 0, 1 by 9, the closed interval 2 by 9, 1 by 3, the closed interval 2 by 3, 7 by 9, and the closed interval 8 by 9, 1. We now repeat this open middle one-third removal on each of the 4 closed intervals in C2 to obtain a closed interval C3, which is the union of 8 closed intervals, each of length 1 by 9. We continue this removal operation countably many times to obtain the countable collection of sets Ck. Now, we define the Cantor set C as the intersection of these closed intervals Ck. K varies from 1 to infinity. Here, each Ck is the union of 2 power k closed intervals. Now, the Cantor set is nothing but the points that remain as k tends to infinity. Thus, we have constructed the Cantor set. Now, we are going to prove that the set is measurable. Since each Ck is closed, and we know that arbitrary intersection of closed sets is closed, C is a closed set. Also, the set C is the intersection of a countable collection of closed sets, therefore it is a Borel set. We know that every Borel set is measurable, therefore C is measurable. Hence, we have proved that the Cantor set is a measurable set. Now, we are going to prove that it has measure 0. We have C1, C2, etc., Ck, etc. are the disjoint union of closed intervals. Now, the measure of the closed interval C1 is measure of sum of the measures of the closed interval 0, 1 by 3 and the closed interval 2 by 3, 1. Each closed interval is of length 1 by 3. Therefore, measure of C1 is 2 by 3. Similarly, measure of C2 is nothing but sum of the measures of these 4 closed intervals, each of length 1 by 9. Therefore, measure of C2 is 2 by 3 the whole square. Continuing this process, Ck is the disjoint union of 2 power k intervals, each of length 1 by 3 the whole power k. Therefore, measure of Ck is 2 by 3 the whole power k. We know that if A is contained in B, then measure of A will be less than or equal to measure of B. Here, C is contained in Ck for every k. Therefore, measure of C is less than or equal to measure of Ck for all k. As 2 by 3 is less than 1, 2 by 3 the whole power k tends to 0 as k tends to infinity. Therefore, measure of C less than or equal to 0. Since measure cannot be negative, measure of C is equal to 0. Hence, the Cantor set has measure 0. Hence, I hope you all have enjoyed this lecture. Thank you.